High ticket dropshipping explained. Welcome to the channel. My name is Brooke Hiddink. I'm an e-commerce entrepreneur who specializes in high ticket dropshipping. And a ton of questions that I always get are related to what is high ticket dropshipping? How does the process work? So today I'm going to be addressing those questions. I'm going to explain exactly how the business model works, as well as some other common questions related to payments and credit card processing and things like that. So first things first is just business model overall. I'm just going to explain it to you. So the idea is we want to partner with existing brands. So think of brands that have been around for like 30, 40, 50 years that sell expensive products. So things like grills, gazebos, saunas. So these $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 items, existing brands who are located in the US, who have US warehouses, we want to partner with them and become an authorized retailer of their products. So what an authorized retailer means is we are going to list their products on our website. So what happens is then we advertise their products and we deal with customers, and the brands manufacture, warehouse, and ship the products. So people always say, why would the brand not just sell the products themselves? Why would they sell through you? And a good response that I often say is, why would you go on Airbnb to find your vacation home instead of just going to the person directly? Why would you use Expedia to book your hotel instead of booking on the hotel website directly? And the answer is efficiency. So brands don't want to have to deal with customers. They don't want to have to hire a whole bunch of agencies. Brands specialize in making a good product, so manufacturing, warehousing the product, and then shipping the product. And then they, rather than have to deal with agencies, rather than have to deal with customers themselves, they will partner with retailers. So there's lots of in-person retailers. For example, Home Depot is a retailer. Walmart is a retailer. Home Depot is not selling Home Depot products. Walmart is not selling Walmart products. Home Depot is partnering with brands, and the brands are selling their products through Home Depot. Obviously, as e-commerce has grown and grown, it's still growing at like 10, 20% every single year, as e-commerce is taking up more and more of the total sales volume of the total market. In the US, these brands are now having to sell their stuff online. So what you do is you set up a website, you partner with these same brands, and then you list their products as a retailer on your website. So what happens is you will advertise the products. That's what your job is as the store owner. Advertising, so making the sale and dealing with the customers. It doesn't have to be you. You can hire people to do this for you, and you can be the business owner and run the store. But essentially, the process is you will advertise these brands' products. Customers will see your ads. So if I'm shopping for a grill and you're selling grills on your website, I will go to your website, I'll look at all your options, I'll place my order through the grill. Let's say I pay you $6,000 for the grill. You will get my $6,000. You will send, let's say, $4,000 of that to your supplier. The supplier will then send me the grill directly. So you deal with me. You're my point of contact. You made the sale through your ads. You sent my shipping address to your supplier, and the supplier is sending the product, the grill that I ordered from you, directly to me. So you never see or touch the product. So as the store owner, you don't have to deal with warehousing. So people will say, how much money does it take to get started? Do I have to buy all this inventory? No. So you don't pay for the order to your supplier until I order from you. So you have zero risk at all. You don't have to buy any inventory until I already buy it from you. So essentially, like, there's not really much of a startup cost. You don't have any risk. You don't have to buy any inventory. You just have to put money in ads to make the sale. As soon as you make the sale, you send the order to your supplier and they send it to me. So there's zero warehousing cost. As I discussed before, the reason suppliers do this, like this grill supplier that I ordered the product from, is they don't want to deal with thousands of me. So they sell through retailers, and then you spend your advertising dollars, and then they just give you a margin to do so. So all the brand needs to do is manufacture, warehouse, and ship, and then you advertise and deal with customers. So it's a very symbiotic, mutually beneficial relationship. People often ask me, do you pay for shipping? So it depends. Oftentimes the brand, when they give you your cost, so in this case, if I paid you $6,000 and you're paying the supplier $4,000, oftentimes they will just give you a set cost that includes the product and shipping. So that would just be $4,000. That's all you have to pay. Some brands will have a cost of goods sold. Let's say it's $3,000, but then shipping will vary depending on where I am. So in that case, it could be $1,500 for shipping. It could be $500. It depends where I am. In that case, it really depends. Your margin will depend on the shipping costs, but I always recommend never advertise products below 20% margin. So if you're selling a $10,000 item, if you're not getting at least $2,000 of that profit, don't even bother. If it's below that, it's not a good supplier. They're trying to screw you over, and don't even bother. Because if you have a 20% margin product, out of that $10,000 sale, you can probably count on spending about 1/10 of the product cost on ads to acquire me as the customer. So you make a $10,000 sale, you had to pay $1,000 in ads to even get me. You're only keeping $1,000, which is super, super low on a $10,000 sale. So it's much better to be, I would say 20% is the bare minimum, ideally over 30%. So if you make a $10,000 sale, $3,000 profit, you paid $1,000, you're still keeping $2,000 of that $10,000. So the higher margins, the better. I have suppliers in my store with margins up to 60%, but if it's below 20, then don't even bother running ads to them. You can still list them on your website just to kind of round out your website, especially when you're starting, if you don't have any suppliers yet and you're closing them. By the way, if you want to learn how to do this whole thing completely for free, I have a free course, free community, I'll put that below. But if you're just starting and you don't have any suppliers, you might want to put some on your website just to get round out your website, make it look professional, you actually have some products in your store. But overall, when you actually start running ads, never advertise anything below 20%. Payment provider. So I always run my stores on Shopify. So I always use the Shopify Payments, which is essentially Stripe. Stripe and Shopify have a partnership, but it's called Shopify Payments, which is all just set up through your Shopify dashboard. It's super easy. So a credit card can make it easy. So for example, if I was to go to your store, buy the $6,000 grill, as soon as I place the order, you could then send the order to the supplier right away on a credit card. You could put the $4,000 on a credit card. You will get my $6,000 in like 3 or 4 days. Then you could pay off the $4,000 credit card with some of my $6,000. If you do not have access to a business credit card, you don't need one. So you can just wait the 2 or 3 days to receive my money, my $6,000 to your bank account, and then either put that money that you receive from me on a preloaded debit card or just wire it to your supplier, and then you keep the difference. In that case, the order will be delayed by a couple of days because you actually have to wait to receive my money, where if you have a credit card, you can just send it right away as soon as you receive my order. So it is faster if you have a credit card, but you don't need one. So you can just call the customer when they order and say, hey, shipping is going to be delayed by 2 or 3 days. And most of the time, if it's a super expensive item like a grill, person's not going to care if it's going to be 2 or 3 days later. So you don't absolutely need one, but it does make the order process more efficient, and it will be faster for the customer. If you have a credit card, payment provider, I always use Shopify Payments. You can use PayPal, but I've found to be a big pain. You can have both. So you can have your like normal checkout button and PayPal below it. They will hold your money when you're getting started, so don't recommend really PayPal unless you need to. And if for a lot of these bigger products like saunas and stuff like that, people always ask about installation. So oftentimes we do have a partner that can install products for us. They don't do electrical work, but they will help set up like a sauna or a home gym or things like this. So the customer will then have to pay extra for that. So what we do is they order the product, and then we tell them we will reach out for a quote, and we'll just send them the quote. And if they want to pay it, they pay it. We don't upcharge them or anything like that. So like, let's say they order a $6,000 home gym. We pay our supplier $3,000, so we have $3,000 net profit. We reach out to our installation partner who operates nationwide in the US. We say, hey, how much is it going to be to set up this gym? They say $800. We say to the customer, okay, we've got a quote for you to install the gym for $800. You want it? And they say either yes, and then we just charge them $800. The installer goes and sets it up, or if they don't want it, they'll just receive the gym, and then they'll be responsible for setting it up themselves or finding someone on their own to install it for them. So we do offer it as a service. We do have a partner that works nationwide that can help them with it, but it's not something that's ever included within the order. But we make that very, very clear on the product page, and we've never had any issues. So customers expecting something to be installed for them and not, like, it's pretty clear if you're ordering something on an e-commerce website that you're just gonna get the product, you'll be responsible for setting it up. And then obviously we do offer the installation as a service if they want, but it's always extra on top of the original product price. So I hope that clears up some misconceptions about the high ticket e-commerce business model for you. So order process, customer goes to your website, you get their money, you send the customer's information to your supplier ships the product right to your customer without you ever seeing or touching the product. You don't have to pay for inventory orders until you actually get the order yourself. So there's not really any risk to you. You don't need a business credit card, but it will make the process more efficient. Payment provider, I always recommend using Shopify Payments if you can. Never advertise products below 20% net profit after cost of goods sold and shipping. And installation, you can definitely partner with service providers, or even just refer your customers to something like handyman.com, and then they can have installers do it for them, but it is not actually included in the product cost. And if the customer wants that, you can help them arrange it for an extra cost, or they can just do it themselves. So I hope that clears up any misconceptions around the high ticket e-commerce business model. Again, like I said, I have a completely free course and community that will teach you all this: how to set up a business, how to pick a niche, how to find suppliers, how to set up a demo store, how to close suppliers, how to set up your ads, everything from start to finish completely free. I'll put that in the description below, so be sure to join that. Subscribe to my channel. I gave away tons of free value on here. So subscribe, like the video, and any questions or comments that I did not clear up today, put them in the comment section, and maybe I'll make another video clarifying those. Thank you for taking time out of your amazing day, and I will see you soon.